Hi, I'm Kevin, a speech-language pathologist here at Super Duper Publications, and this is Word Flips. It's designed for children pre-K and up. Now, Word Flips, it has real words and pictures, and it's a must-have for children with limited speech, unintelligible speech, or those children that exhibit childhood apraxia of speech. So with the Word Flips, we're going to teach functional vocabulary words, and we even include requests and greetings while the students practice 3 sound repetitions per sound sequence. Now, when we open the book, you'll notice we can go directly to our cards. Now with this, we're going to have 3 sections of identical pictures. So if we turn these cards over, you'll see what I'm talking about. So here we have the 3 different flip charts, and we're targeting that same sound. Now, of course, we have these easily identified with 4 sections that are labeled by placement of that sound. So with this, we have the bilabials that we start with. You'll also notice here that we can switch to our alveolar sounds. Then we move on to our velar sounds here. And then, of course, we include our palatal sounds. There's the tab there at the back of the flip chart. So, to use this, say we're going to work with a child that is either severely unintelligible or has multiple articulation errors. Well, we're going to want to target, say if we're doing bilabials, sound placement of sounds such as P, B, M, etc. Or if we're targeting a specific articulation sound, and in this case, the initial B in words. If it's the student with highly unintelligible speech or the multiple articulation errors, then we can simply use these same cards to practice boo, boo, and boo. Now, once the student has practiced with this using the same vocabulary and, the same vowels in that word, then we can simply change the cards that follow. So now you can see we can practice boo, bee, and bye. We've changed the vowel after that initial B, but we're still targeting that initial B sound. Once the student has more success and accuracy producing that sound, then we can move to other bilabial sounds, such as P. And let's see, even move on over to moo. So now we have the initial B, the initial P for P, and the M for the M, all bilabial sounds. So now when the student is practicing those placement sounds, we have boo, P, and moo. Once again, still targeting the placement as being a production sound of the bilabials. Now, we can also move ahead forward and have some more difficult articulation tasks to do as well. So say we want to mix it up and have bilabial, then we can do the alveolar, and then say even choose a velar sound. So now we're working on boo, T, and shoe. Now this is going to be to practice multiple articulation sounds for extra practice, or you can use this as warm-up activities for those older and more advanced articulation students that are combining words into phrases and sentences. Because with the book, not only do you have the vocabulary listed by placements of sounds, these are also vocabulary words that the students can use with any articulation activity. So if they're creating phrases or sentences, we can simply take this one apart. Let's say we'll take this one away. And now we can say boo and tie, or bye and tie. Do a rhyming activity, do the words rhyme. You can also use these to say, use the words bye and tie in the same sentence. So now they're creating their sentences while they're also practicing those articulation skills. Now, another cool thing to do is to use these words to create new words. So for an example, let's take a look at these. We'll take a look at, say, tie. And then let's go over here to knee. So now we have the words tie and the word knee, but if we combine those 2 words, tie and knee, now we've created the word tiny. So you can use this, the kids can have fun working with this activity, so then they can actually look at the sounds, look at the words that they have in the pictures, and see how many new words they can create as well. If you've noticed, each time I'm flipping the charts to have new sounds or new targets, they're also neatly organized and we don't have cards all over the table. It's something that the students can work with right here in front of them. I want to mention with the book, we're going to have a product view page here. we include an instruction page, and this is basically going to provide more details about the product, what it's targeting, and how you can use these activities. We also include a list of activities that you can use for simple ideas on how to better use the game, how to better use the tool, and for different activities. For example, with these you can use a microphone to take turns. This way the students can listen to their productions and actually have a more of an interactive activity when they're using the flip book. You can use the movement, such as hopping toward you while you're saying go, go, go. So that way you're putting a little physical element into your activities to provide a little more motivation for the student as they're practicing their articulation. You can use a carrier phrase such as C-A tie, C-A pie, etc. That way we're not only targeting the initial words, the isolated words, but we're moving those from single word responses up to phrase using that carrier phrase. You can sing a song. Like everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go, go, go. That's once again if you're working on that velar sound of the G. We also can do playing clapping rhythm games. This can be for identification of syllables. So just clap along as you're producing those words. You can use a slow rate with a toy turtle as a fun prop. This way, we're not only targeting the articulation production of those words, but also if they're using them in phrases or sentences, we can adjust and let the students be more aware of their rate of speech by using that turtle as a visual reminder. And then finally here, you can use any other helpful therapeutic technique that involves sensory cueing and feedback. Anything that you're going to use that's going to make this more of an interactive tool so that the students can have fun while they're using the flip chart to not only create different picture scenes, but also as they're learning. Well, not only do we have the different game ideas, but also included with this is we have our different word lists for you. Now, this list is going to show our CV picture words, and these are going to be highlighted and separated by placement once again. Continuing to flip, we see that these are going to be our 2-syllable words, and these are listed here as an easy index so that you can identify the cards that you want to work on as you're working with the students. And then finally, we're going to have our CVC words that are listed on page 1. They continue on page 2. And then, of course, here we have all the pages for your word list so that you can have that easy identifiable index for selecting your target words that you want to use during your therapy sessions. So as you see, the word flips is a great way to work on those articulation sounds, whether you're working by articulation sound or you're working by placement of those sounds. So to learn more about word flips, please visit our website, superduperinc.com, and even check out our Facebook page, for we would love for you to share your ideas on how you can use this product with your students.